For Cyberknife Center, Tampa.
Hi, this is Jay Leno. Hey, this is Ted Nugent.
Hi, everybody. This is David Hobbs.
Hi, this is Bob Marshall.
Hey, this is Danny the Count Coker.
Hey, this is comedian, author, and most importantly, vintage race car driver Adam Carolla.
Hi, this is Shirley Cha-Cha Muldowney.
I'm John Force.
Hey, this is Jack Roush.
And you're listening to Nostalgic Radio and Cars.
That's Nostalgic Radio and Cars with the most fascinating and legendary names in motorsports every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
If you would like to become a wholesale buyer of the premium quality longevity product that you hear about right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network, for personal service, you can pick up the phone right now and call Lola at 727-441-3311. Again, that's Lola at 727-441-3311. Or for even faster service, log on to tantalkhealth.com. That's tantalkhealth.com. Here's your health and longevity.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
It's Monday! Do you need some Monday motivation? The Shop Local for Good News team is here. I'm Karena Morrison, and we're bringing you the good news stories of our neighbors doing good in our neighborhoods.
You can find us on Facebook Live on the Shop Local for Good page, and we're looking forward to your calls.
Let's get this Shop Local for Good News conversation started, shall we? And happy Monday, everybody. This is Shop Local for Good News on the Tan Talk Radio Network. And I am Karena Bowers Morrison, your feeling much better host. I want to thank Ed for replaying one of my favorite shows last week. I had a bit of a health issue, and we had to take the day off. So I really appreciate Ed and all he does for the show. Today's show is called Embracing the Pivot. So basically what a pivot is, if you don't know what a pivot is when you have identified a direction that may not necessarily be as effective as you're looking for, and you identify a new direction, or just maybe like a slight left or a slight right turn, and that way, you're being the most effective in your, not only your health and wellness, but also in your career. Now, we want to definitely give a shout out to all of the MarketSpace for Good members for all your support since last July. I think we launched the MarketSpace for Good brick and mortar last July, and we do want to also let everyone know that as of this past Friday, the brick and mortar version, now mind you, that's the brick and mortar version of MarketSpace for Good, was shut down at the Station Square Creative Suites. However, we are pivoting to an online event model, and our remaining members are actually quite enthusiastic about it. What the Shop Local for Good team will be doing is we're going to be working one-on-one with our MarketSpace for Good members on growing their online awareness and their community event effectiveness. So basically, these are market vendors that are working hard out at the market events. So we want to help enhance their awareness of their events that they're located at. Shop Local for Good will also be organizing some community events to bring awareness of local entrepreneurs and artists and artisans in our community. And we're also going to continue the focus online and work on directing our local neighbors to shop with them online if they can't get to them in the markets that they are located at. So that's just the first pivot. And I've had a lot of really wonderful people reach out to me over the past week. It was a pretty serious health scare. I do want to make sure that all the entrepreneurs out there understand, while you think you're recognizing your limits, sometimes a single-minded focus and pushing yourself too far for too long, all the time. If you do that, then that can cause you some serious problems in your health and well-being. So I am on the mend. I am back. I've got some wonderful health team behind me. I've had amazing things happen over the past week, and I'm really looking forward to letting you know about a few of these things. Some of them are, you're going to have to wait. So let's give a shout out to the Benevolution Foundation. Shop Local for Good was launched as a way to connect the local philanthropic consumer with the small business owners who are giving back to our community. The Benevolution Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit that we launched last year in order to incubate nonprofits. We exclusively work with the all volunteer managed, locally focused nonprofits, and we currently have 2 that we are working closely with. Bailey's Way Rescue is a rescue group. I know you've heard me talk about them often. They have a need right now for a social media team. So if you have from 5 minutes to an hour a week, I'm going to encourage you to reach out to the Bailey's Way Rescue team. They're a phenomenal group that helps rescue dogs that may be otherwise euthanized, and they place them in foster homes all over greater Tampa Bay. I've also seen them go as far as Panhandle. So these are a great group of all volunteers that are doing good for our furry friends in Tampa Bay. We also have Kids Campaign. I've known Christine and Melanie for years. They're just an amazing couple of ladies, and they actually have a couple more board members that they're going to have to forgive me because their names have escaped to me. But what Kids Campaign is focused on is building their volunteer coordinating team. So if you have a passion to work with volunteers, if you're a serial volunteer, because they're always looking for volunteers, I want to encourage you to reach out to the Kids Campaign team. They are also going to be managing the volunteer coordinating for our festivals that are coming up. We've got SummerFest for Good returns. That's on June 22nd at the Plaza at the Palms of Largo. It's going to be a fantastic evening of family fun, and we've got a burger challenge too. We're hoping that our guest is battling through the traffic, and he'll be here. He'll be here in the last half of the show. So definitely stay tuned, because you're going to want to hear from what he's got planned. I'm really looking forward to working more closely with Chris Allen of Renegade Burger Company. We had a meeting yesterday, and he's going to be managing the food trucks at both events. So we've got SummerFest for Good returns. That is on June 22nd from 4 to 9 at the Plaza at the Palms of Largo. It's a beautiful facility. There's going to be plenty of parking, plenty of fun. And we do have sponsorship openings available. I'll be getting out into the community now that I don't have to cover a retail space. It gives me a lot more flexibility to meet one-on-one with business owners in our community, because the sponsorships are set up to where a small business owner, it's very affordable for them to get out and meet thousands of their neighbors in a really fun environment. And then we have the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival that's coming up on our third year. Last year, we had over 14,000 of our Tampa Bay friends and family interested in attending. And so we decided to move that to a larger facility. So that will be at the Plaza at the Palms of Largo as well. If you don't know where the Plaza at the Palms of Largo is, it's off of East Bay in between Keene and Seminole Boulevard. If you're driving towards the beach, can't miss it. Great big facility on the right-hand side. And it's got a gorgeous property for the festival needs that we're going to put together. And we've got family fun packs, actually, that we're wanting to give away. So if you go to Annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival on Facebook, it's at Mac and Cheesy Fun. There is a competition going on right now. And all you have to do is share a post and tag 5 of your friends, and then you get to be entered into winning one of the family fun packs for that day. That's going to be October 19th from 11 to 4. And we've got all kinds of activities planned, and Tampa Bay's Best Mac and Cheese competition and Tampa Bay's Sweetest Treat competition. It's going to be pretty cool. If you're on Facebook now, we are live on Shop Local for Goods page. If you're listening to a rebroadcast, definitely check out the Facebook page, because what I do after the show is I go back in and I put in all of the links to the things that we're talking about. So no need to scramble around your car if you're listening to us on the Tan Talk Radio Network. On your way in, you can just go to the Shop Local for Good page later on and find all the links to the things that I'm talking about. So going back to the MarketSpace for Good pivoting, we are going to keep our footprint in downtown Clearwater. We love downtown Clearwater. So we're going to get leaner, and I don't like to say meaner, but we're going to get leaner. And we have an opportunity to move into a cooperative working space, which is called The Ring. It's in the Bank of America building. It is a phenomenal healthy work environment. And our team will be surrounded by local entrepreneurs that just have about the same passion to make a difference in their community and bring new products and new ideas and new services to our community. So we're looking forward to being long time, making a big footprint in downtown Clearwater on the Rocking 600 block. Yeah, I want to give you guys a tip. If you Google hashtag Rocking 600 block, if you want to see what's going on down on the 600 block of Cleveland Street, you definitely want to Google hashtag Rocking 600 block, because we have the last Friday coming up. That'll be May 31st. There's plenty of room to rock the 600 block. We greatly appreciate the Ruth Eckerd Hall Experience team for all their hard work over this past season. And we've been honored to work alongside of them, populating the 600 block with food trucks and vendors. And then they provide added entertainment to our block so that we can attract some wanderers from the main stage. And it's been pretty successful. We've learned a lot of lessons too. And we're definitely looking forward to next season. So that's where we're heading. We're heading to the Ring. What the Ring offers as well are some phenomenal conference rooms. So just this past week, I launched a personal page. If you want to research me, it is Facebook. It's Karena Bowers Morrison. Once again, I'm going to put all these links in the Facebook Live on the Shop Local for Good page. So no need to grab a pen or try to figure out how to spell my name without a T. I'm not the hurricane unless you're talking to my husband. And then he might say there should be a T in my name. I want to give a lot of appreciation to Ed and to Lola. because this will be our last show on the Tan Talk Radio Network. We've appreciated their support over the past months, and it's just been a phenomenal experience for being in studio radio. However, that will be our other pivot. 7 years ago, I started a Blog Talk Radio show on Blog Talk Radio. Now, if you go back 7 years, y'all are going to need to understand that everybody, we all go through phases in our lives. So I was highly political back then. So just know that 80% of us agree on 80% of the issues. And I don't care what any local to national politician says. We're all neighbors and we can all get along on at least 99.9% of building our community stronger together. So it's all about getting together and building communities so that our children and our nieces and our nephews and even our furry family members have a better place to live. So that's going to be, we're going to be blogtalkradio.com/shop local for good. If you want to subscribe to us so you'll know. We'll also have the ability to do local podcasts and stories about business owners that are doing good in our neighborhood, and like a shorter version and more flexible that way. We will still be doing the Monday Motivation Show because the Ring also does provide a podcast room. So you'll be able to find us on Shop Local for Good live every Monday morning for the Shop Local for Good news show. Now, there are several businesses that I would like to give a special shout out to. Juan and Angela with Angie's Grill on Drew Street. That's 1732 Drew Street. They're directly across from the 7-Eleven. And Miss Shelley, our favorite waitress, server. I'm old school, so I called her a waitress. Want to give them a shout out for all they've given back to the community in this past year for their amazing food. Y'all need to get there for their breakfast. They serve breakfast all day, every day. And it's pretty fantastic food. Homemade, yummy stuff. And then on Tuesdays, they have Taco Tuesday. Lorraine is a big fan of their empanadas. She's over in the corner shaking her head. Yes. So we definitely want to give them a shout out for all they've done. They've done a lot of support of local nonprofits in the community over the past years, and we appreciate them. We also are excited to announce that we're going to be working closely with DJ's Homemade Salsa. He's going to be launching an entirely new line, y'all, of sauces, and I guess I am allowed to say this. I don't know. I think I'm meeting with him this week to take all the pictures because we're going to be also launching a campaign on his new sauces this week. And man, they sound really good. He's been testing them at his events for the past few weeks, and they've gone over like gangbusters. So he's really excited about that. And we're excited that he's staying with the Shop Local for Good, MarketSpace for Good team. A special heartfelt thanks to Aramel Apothecary. We love you, Acosta. She's going to also stay on board with us. And what these businesses are doing is we're going to be helping them develop brochures for them to take to their vendor events, their market events. And they're going to be donating back a percentage of their sales that we direct to them to the Benevolution Foundation. So we truly appreciate their continued support of our nonprofit efforts in the community. So we definitely want you guys to check out DJ's Homemade Salsa. We'll send you his way to his website. Once again, that's on the Shop Local for Good Facebook page. It'll be on the Facebook Live. And Aramel Apothecary. And stay tuned for more about them. Also, we're going to be working closely with Healthy Start Today on providing some seminars on naturally living your best life. Deborah is a very dear friend of mine that I've known for a couple decades. And we're excited about working with her on developing some seminars and some fun ways to incorporate some more natural living into your lives. She has this phenomenal spray. It's called Sanitize, and it's oregano oil based. And you might not know, but oregano oil has been identified as you can actually kill MRSA with it. So it's kind of cool. And then she's got ways to show you how to make some more products for your family that are move you into a more natural environment. Then we've got, once again, we've got the coaching sessions. So if you're a small business owner that would like for me to just take a look at your website or your social media presence, we do have that option available. And that's actually something I'm quite experienced at. And I can usually tell, especially from a consumer base, because we've had so much experience over the past year, especially in the retail sales, speaking to consumers one-on-one. We've gotten a lot of really good feedback. I have had several people reach out to me and offer me condolences. And here's what I want to say about that. The shout out to my brick and mortar family who struggle every day in the retail environment. If you've never run a brick and mortar store, you have no idea the challenges it takes to get your neighbors off their keyboards. So I want to give a special shout out. I'm still a huge fan, and I will still be sending my neighbors to my favorite local brick and mortar places who I know for sure work 10 times hard and make very little money on too little occasions. So, for example, we've got our Scone Age Bakery and Cafe family. Shelly and Larry have been big, huge fans there in Dunedin. They've got phenomenal food for all your dietary needs. They've got a keto line, they've got a paleo line, they've got a gluten-free line, and you would never know it. You would never know it. All right, and once again, if you can hear that rattling, she's shaking her head. That's the brains rattling. So much love to Shelly, Chef Shelly, and her dear husband. They're very dear friends of our family, and they work very hard on the Scone Age Bakery and Cafe and getting things tasting phenomenal for your families. Now, I'm also going to give a shout out to my friend Steven at Joey Biscotti Bakery. Please, please, please do not go into Joey Biscotti Bakery and ask for keto friendly. I'm just going to tell you that right now. He doesn't do it. But if you're on a cheat day, you could so go in there and now y'all, he makes more than brownies. Trust me on this. But he makes the best brownies I have ever tasted in my life. And he's got good biscotti too. And not to mention he's a dear sweet friend of mine that's also done a lot of good in our community and has always been there to step up. So shout out to Joey Biscotti Bakery. And I do want to thank Gabby with It Works Gabby Go Green. While I was last Friday? Oh, the Friday before, I was admitted into Morton Plant Hospital through the emergency room, and had to spend a couple days there. And it happened to be a weekend where I had the Shop Local for Good team had 4 events. And Gabby with It Works, Gabby Go Green, and my wonderful, beautiful daughter stepped up huge. And they ended up doing a phenomenal job. I'm really proud of my daughter. I'm sitting here and, hey, I'm a mom and I'm going to brag about my kid. But she really went above and beyond while her mother was in the hospital and worked very closely with Gabby Lyons. And they made it happen. And I'm really proud of you, Lorena. I am. And I'm really appreciative of Gabby for all she's done in the past 6 months while we've been overcoming some obstacles on many levels. So much thanks to Gabby. And if you're looking for some keto coffee, she's the lady to hook you up. That's for sure. So now I do want to go into how we are going to stick with the Artist for Good program, because I'm really excited about that one too. The Ring has this beautiful conference room, and it's called The Ring. And it's absolutely gorgeous, and it will be accessible to us because we're actually moving into like a co-working space where we'll have a dedicated desk, and we're going to have a meal box, and we're going to have access to their conference rooms and the podcast studios. And the expense is going to be 1/5 of what we're paying for a retail space. So that's going to help us reinvest some of the spare funds back into growing the brand and helping the nonprofits that we truly are wanting to up the help on. So through the Artists for Good program, we have quite a few artists. We have Madhouse Mindworks. That's Lauren. She is a amazing designer of steampunk jewelry and fashion. And she also offers classes. So that'll give us some opportunity with the Ring to have Lauren come down to the Rocking 600 block. And if you ever want to design your own jewelry, she is the educator. Lorena's taken one of her classes, and I got to tell you guys, wire wrapping is just really, really therapeutic. It's very fun. You end up with a beautiful piece of artwork that you've created yourself, because Lauren, she's just a great teacher, and it's very relaxing to wire wrap. So that's coming up. And then with our other artists, we've got Tomasia Martins, and Mercedes Corona, and Alicia, and Lisa Art. We've got in the Copper Artist. So I'm looking forward to down the line having an art show on the 600 block of Cleveland Street. So and then once again that conference room will offer a beautiful setting to showcase some amazing local artists that we've been working with that are actually supporting the Benevolution Foundation. When you add their artwork to your collection, then they donate back to the Benevolution Foundation's Education and Community Outreach Fund. Now, I do want to explain what that means. The Benevolution Foundation is a nonprofit incubator. So what we do is we offer more than funding. We do grow grant funds so that we can offer them project funding on specific projects that they request funding on. But we also want to make them, we want to maximize their efficiency in the community. We want to help them on any other needs that they're looking for specifically, like the social media teams or the volunteer coordinating team. that they're currently looking for. And so by going this route, we're maximizing our efficiency as well. So Shop Local for Good and the Benevolution Foundation will be able to use the ring in a really efficient manner and also grow our network of local entrepreneurs and build a brain trust amongst the members of the ring. I'm very excited. It's a healthy working space too, so that makes me happy. They have this George Jetson like chair. And when I say George Jetson, I'm just totally dating myself. Okay, you know George Jetson's car. It looks like a little, anyway. They got a napping chair in there that you close it and then it allows you to nap for only 20 minutes. And you can listen to your music and bring a blanket in and get refreshed. Because naps are okay. It's truly okay to take a nap. So we're still going to have the Artists for Good showcase. We will have the Business for Good. We do have the Business for Good program. Mainly what we're going to be doing with that is offering a percentage of any fees that the businesses want to work with us on, because we also do website development, and we do social media management and social media growth for local businesses who are wanting to learn how to do it. What my passion is to show you how to do it in less time. That way you're not paying someone an astronomical fee for something that you could really do in 15 to 30 minutes a week, because everybody should have 15 to 30 minutes a week to focus on your online growth. Definitely. We want to give a shout out to everybody that's tuning in on our Shop Local for Good Live. If you know of any neighbors doing good in your neighborhood and you're watching us right now on Shop Local for Good Live, drop a name. If you know of a business that's doing good in your neighborhood, please tag them. I love to connect with small business owners in our community. They're the unsung heroes of a lot of the local nonprofits. And, oftentimes they don't even really require any kind of shout out. For last weekend's event, one of our sponsors was Clear Sky Cafe, Clear Sky on Cleveland. We want to thank them for donating some amazingly tasty bruschetta. They had some left over. That's how I know it. When I got out of the hospital on Sunday, I got a couple of pieces of bruschetta. It was awesome. And then Residential Design Corp, they donated the white sangria for the event. So shout out to Steve Orlando. He's been a dear friend and a mentor for many, many years. He was actually the friend that I was sitting with before Shop Local for Good was launched and brainstorming with on the patio of his restaurant in downtown Safety Harbor. And we sat there for a few hours throwing around some ideas, because his passion was trying to find ways for local businesses to support nonprofits. And we figured out a way through an organization that he had launched. It was a merchant organization. And that was basically the baby version of Shop Local for Good. And that was years ago. Years and years ago. And it was a 6-month campaign that involved 27 local businesses in downtown Safety Harbor and 15 charities. And the charities ranged from locally focused to regional to statewide to national charities. And what I learned a lot from that lesson or from that campaign is the more local you get, the more effective your outreach is. So that's why Benevolution, that was one of the major reasons why I launched the Benevolution Foundation as a nonprofit. Kind of like we're like a big sister, big brother of local nonprofits that just need a helping hand. And I prefer working with the all volunteer managed ones because most often they don't receive the recognition or the funding that the other ones do, because they're all volunteers, so they're counting on you. Nonprofit organizations, nonprofit missions, such as the one that actually does the homeless outreach on Myrtle. I believe it's every other weekend. We're gonna meet with them and get together with them. I believe they'll most likely be our third nonprofit organization that we add to the Benevolution Foundation for 2019. They gave away, I think it was 40 pairs of work boots. And let me explain to you why important. That's very important. Not having the right tools to get a job is a huge cause of a lot of homelessness, and a lot of jobs require work boots. And so for them to be able to identify that need and then to collect the donations and to get them to the people that need it the most was just heartwarming to me. And I have a dear high school friend. He was on the show last week, or the replay last week, and the show live the week before. He is looking into working closely with me on expanding that community outreach. So I'm looking forward to that one too. Good morning, Lisa. Lisa and Gabby are on our Facebook Live. Lisa is an amazing artist. She's classically trained in Cuba, and we're looking forward to showcasing her work through the Artists for Good program in our new pivot. So once again, when you reach an obstacle, there's always ways to refocus, get leaner, go in a direction that your talents are better or more effectively utilized. Being more effective in your budget is also a huge way of taking a lot of stress on your health and well-being as well. Shop Local for Good has invested many thousands of dollars into the lessons that we've learned through the retail launch, the brick and mortar launch of the MarketSpace for Good, and we're really looking forward to working with the members that stuck with us for so long through quite a few challenges. And I want to give my heartfelt thanks to all of them because they kept investing in the program. They kept investing their time and their limited treasure and their faith in me. And that really means a lot to me and my family. And my daughter, for the past 6 months, has actually managed the store, especially since we had to bring my 99-year-old grandmother into my home for hospice care. And Lorena really stepped up big time and went so far out of her comfort zone that I'm really proud of her. And she turned into she's always been a phenomenal kid, but she's actually learned quite a few life lessons on retail management. So that's definitely going on the resume. And she was a wonderful spokeswoman for all the members that stuck with us and that were there with us for so long. So definitely want everyone to stay with us. And much love. I'm sending much love out to Rashida Sharif and everything. So let's go back to our festivals because we get a little sappy now. The SummerFest for Good, I want to announce that we are going to have the Burger Battle Royale. So Chris Allen with Renegade Burger Company reached out to me. He wanted to get together with me on another event. He's like, Karena, if you ever want to do a burger challenge or a burger event, he's like, I'm your guy. I want to work with you on one. And we had the SummerFest for Good returns. We were just going to do it as a simple little festival, family festival, not little. It was always going to be big. But there was just going to be like a specific summer dish that I was going to ask the trucks to do. And I bounced the idea off of Chris. I said, well, what about a burger challenge at SummerFest for Good? And what you have to understand about the food festival industry, our management in Tampa Bay, there are a few of us out there that have like a moral code. And if like, for example, Generation Entertainment, they have the Tampa Bay Burger Fest that's coming up on May 31st. So if you're not going to go to Blast Friday, because it's at the same time, or you could go get your burger there, then come to the Rocking 600 block. Hey, Jeremy, how's that for a compromise? Just take a road trip around Tampa Bay. Go get your burger, hang out at the Burger Fest. There's plenty of time in the evening. And then come hear some music in downtown Clearwater. Anyway, just teasing Jeremy. Jeremy Gomez with Generation Entertainment is a dear friend. And he's also been behind the scenes mentor of mine. He actually holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest food truck rally. He is a great guy. He knows food trucks because he was a food trucker, and they're a great big family. So and Chris happens to be his best friend. So there's that. So I wanted to make sure with Chris that we weren't stepping on anything that Jeremy was doing, because anyone that knows me knows that I'm not going to do anything that is going to step on another hardworking individual in our community that has given back so much and that I consider a friend as well. So I definitely didn't want to have any kind of a conflict there, because themed events, for example, the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival is a Shop Local for Good themed event. If someone decided to come up with another one, I would have a problem with that, because we invest a lot of money in branding those events. And when I say a lot of money, I mean a lot of money in branding these events. And so when someone that's less scrupulous, let's just call it that, decides to take over or try to play off our family's hardworking families' investments of the branding of our events, it just kind of annoys us a tad. It's just not cool. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, shout out to Generation Entertainment. And their Tampa Bay Burger Fest is coming up on May 31st. So go get a burger, hang out with Jeremy for a while, and then spend the other half of the night with me in downtown Clearwater. We're going to go for a compromise on that. However, the SummerFest for Good is going to be at the Plaza at the Palms of Largo. That will be on June 22nd. And the trucks are going to be competing in the Burger Battle Royale. How is it going to work? It's going to be donation-based. We're going to set up a voting booth. So if you have a favorite food truck, we already have the Renegade Burger Company that's in the competition. We have Bacon Boss is going to be there. And a couple more. I'll actually tag them in the comments on the Facebook Live on Shop Local for Good. So this all happened yesterday afternoon. This is how my week has gone. I've gone from getting released from the hospital on Sunday afternoon to, oh my gosh, next level. All this has happened in the last week, you guys. We're also going to have a phenomenal music group that's coming out there, but I can't announce the name because I'm meeting with them this afternoon. So I'm hoping to get them on the new Blog Talk Radio show. That's blogtalkradio.com, Shop Local for Good. Just pay attention to the Shop Local for Good page. Oh my gosh, I've said it about 1,000 times again, haven't I? Lorena's just like, Mom, just don't make me count how many times you said Shop Local for Good again, because I tried to do a little competition to see how many people would listen and count. Apparently, my daughter was the only one that did it. Because nobody got into the competition. Nobody tried to count. They're just like, no, you said it too much. I lost count. I give up. But anyway. So Tampa Bay, I really appreciate you. Just a little bit about me. I'm a second generation native of St. Petersburg. My mother and I were both born at St. Anthony's Hospital. Obviously not at the same time. My children were born here. My daughters were born in Clearwater, and my son was born in St. Pete. I truly, truly care about Tampa Bay with all my heart and soul. I love and appreciate all of our Tan Talk radio listeners. I really hope that you'll keep supporting Tan Talk Radio Network. Lola is a phenomenal woman and an amazing businesswoman and a huge supporter. If you're looking to start your own studio radio show, Ed is a fantastic producer. I highly recommend him. Definitely look into Tan Talk. They are very affordable for live studio broadcasting. I just have to budget and pivot a little bit for now. I may be back. Look out, Ed. I may be back. It might be in my 5-year plan. So, and I want to thank all of our MarketSpace for Good members too, for sticking with us for all of the outside the box concepts and hanging with the family. I might have been temporarily down, but I'm back, and I'm really looking forward to these festivals that are coming up. My passion in the community is connecting the hardworking, definitely the hardworking business families with the nonprofits that are doing the most good in our neighborhoods. And I'm looking to build my tribe. So if you have the same passion and you'd like to join the Shop Local for Good team, reach out to me. Send me an email. It's Karena at shoplocalforgood.com. Tell me what your passions are. I don't want you to send me I want to be a part of the team generic letter. I want you to let me know what you're passionate about in the community. If you're aware of a nonprofit or a local community project that needs help, I'm always willing to listen. I am the serial volunteer, but I am going to have to dial that back a little too. That's one of the pivots that I'm going to have to focus on. So it's getting towards 9:00. Let's review, shall we? The Benevolution Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit. It is supported by local businesses in our community, including Shop Local for Good and the MarketSpace for Good team and the Artist for Good program. We've got festivals coming up. We've got Blast Friday Clearwater on May 31st. That's in downtown Clearwater. We have openings on the Rocking 600 block of Cleveland Street. You must email me to get onto the 600 block and to get the added promotion for that. So that is Karena, Karena, at shoplocalforgood.com to be on the Rocking 600 block for Blast Friday Clearwater. This is the last month. Let's fill the block. And then you got Tampa Bay Burger Fest. That's with Generation Entertainment. Same night. Make it a night. Tour Tampa Bay. Get a great burger and then come out to the entertainment and the other stuff on the 600 block of Cleveland. That's with Generation Entertainment team. Then in June, we've got June 22nd is the SummerFest for Good with the Burger Battle Royale. Some excited food trucks. They're going to be looking for your People's Choice votes. The way the voting works is by your dollars. So 100% of your voting dollars will be donated to the Benevolution Foundation Educational and Community Outreach Fund. That helps us help worthy local nonprofits in our community. The annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival is October 19th. Both of the festivals are at the beautiful Plaza at the Palms of Largo and right on East Bay. And the annual Macaroni and Cheese Fall Festival will have Tampa Bay's Best Mac and Cheese competition. We're going to do that the same way. The truck that raises the most money for the Benevolution Foundation will get that title. And then we're also going to have celebrity panels. But Chris is going to have to let you know about that. He's the one with the celebrity hookup. And we will have him on a future show on blogtalkradio.com. That's blogtalkradio.com, shop local for good. And it has been a pleasure. This is the Shop Local for Good News team. Come down to Clearwater and check out the ring. Come visit us. We're going to be there. And make sure you stay in touch with the Shop Local for Good team because we've got lots of exciting things. We're always thinking outside the box. So you want to make sure you stay tuned into our future shows on blogtalkradio.com. That's blogtalkradio.com, Shop Local for Good. And once again, we want to give a shout out to Renegade Burger Company for stepping up and making the entertainment happen for both events at the Plaza at the Palms of Largo. They are investing in the events as well as they will be managing the food trucks for the events. So the food truckers out there, if you got a phenomenal burger, you need to connect with Chris Allen and he'll get you the details. Then you're going to want to touch base with me so I can get you the rules. I'm the legal schmiggle girl. I just got to send you the rules for the lawyers and that kind of stuff. And then you just say, yeah, I've read it. We're good. And then you're in. So, and then we've got, y'all, everybody loves mac and cheese. And we've got sponsorships available. Once again, we had over 14,000 people interested in going last year. And I still have those names. So if you want to sponsor any of our festivals, reach out to me. It's Karena at Shop Local for Good. It's been a pleasure, y'all. We love you. Don't forget, Shop Local for Good.
WTAN, Clearwater.
FM 106.1.
WDCF, Dade City.
FM 102.3.
WZHR, Zephyr Hills.
FM 104.3.
Listen.
To Iran, horse owners appeal. I'm John Trout. A White House statement says military resources were deployed to send a message to Iran that unrelenting force will meet any attack on U.S. interests.
National Security Advisor John Bolton's statement is unclear about why, but, quote, in response to a number of troubling and escalatory indications and warnings, the United States is deploying the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group and a bomber task force to the U.S. Central Command region to send a clear and unmistakable message to the Iranian regime, end quote. Iran has at times threatened to close the Strait of Hormuz, through which passes much of the oil exports from Persian Gulf nations. The United States wants to squeeze Iran's oil business dry, and Iranian-backed militants in Gaza have been engaged in rocket attacks targeting Israel, leading to retaliatory airstrikes. Bob Costantini, Washington.
After his horse was disqualified at the Kentucky Derby, maximum security owner Gary West tells NBC's Today Show his horse will not race the Preakness Stakes in Baltimore in 2 weeks.
No, we're not going to run in the Preakness. I think there's no Triple Crown on the line for us, and there's no reason to run a horse back in 2 weeks when you don't have to.
West is likely to appeal the outcome of this weekend's Kentucky Derby. Investigators in Russia say they've recovered the flight data recorder from a jet that burst into flames in an emergency landing. Correspondent Nathan Hodge.
They're going to have forensic specialists looking to identify remains of passengers who did not survive. And of course, Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, has ordered a sweeping investigation.
41 people died in the crash. Stock markets worldwide have reacted negatively to new trade war threats between the U.S. and China. The Shanghai index closed down 5.6%. Leading U.S. indices are down sharply in pre-market trading, with the Dow off 1.75%. I'm John Trout.
Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. Soon you'll have a separate fridge in the basement, where extra groceries are exiled forever. Remember that frozen lasagna? Of course you don't. It's been down there since 2008. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance. Piece of cake. Behind the lasagna, it's very old. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a train that just hit a car.
Sir, what is your location? Look around for a street sign, sir.
It's 8th and Orchard. 8th and Orchard.
Okay, very good. 8th and Orchard. Sir, help is on the way.
Why would you do that? The train still doesn't stop. You have to get there now.
At a railway crossing, even if the engineer sees you and hits the brakes, it can take a mile for the train to stop. And for you, that's too late. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
In London.
Here's a very important message about Medicare.
This is the Medicare Minute, brought to you by Courtesy Insurance and Financial Services. Do you have the right insurance coverage? If someone asks you, do you have the right insurance? Would you know the answer? At Courtesy Insurance, we strive to give you the knowledge and the tools necessary to know you have the right coverage. Choosing your insurance benefits is stressful, confusing, and at times a little scary. But it doesn't have to be. Schedule your free Medicare insurance seminar today. We are available to talk to churches, businesses, groups, organizations, and individuals to assist you with Medicare. You don't have to do this alone. Contact Courtesy Insurance today to schedule your free private insurance review or to schedule a free Medicare insurance seminar for your group. Call 727-210-0522. Again, that's Courtesy Insurance and Financial Services, 727-210-0522. Again, that's 727-210-0522.
Hey, you.
Who, me?
Not you, the hot one.
Hi, what can I do for you?
Aren't you that lady that's on that radio show called The American Connection?
Why, yes, I am. We're live every Thursday at 5 p.m. on Tan Talk Radio Network. Right, Mike?
That's right, Sharon. Live in a condo or homeowners association? You have issues. How about questions? We cover it all and more. Tune in every Thursday at 5 p.m.
What time again?
That's 5 p.m. every Thursday on Tan Talk Radio Network, 1340 a.m. and 106.1 FM.
The Brian Cash Claus Radio Show. More business for your business every Thursday at 2. 106.1 FM, 1340 AM. Local business owners, listen up. We direct more customers through your doors with the printed coupon book and radio show. More business for your business. Call 727-600-4889. That's 727-600-4889.